Welcome back to another episode of the You Weren't There podcast. I'm your host at Mia Was Here, Melly.
You already know it's your boy, Yo Melly Baby. You can follow me at Yo Belly on Instagram, and you can follow me at Melby Jr. on Facebook. What's up, gang?
The show. And today we got a special guest, my boy Genius Jones. Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother, and then we'll let you do an intro in a second.
I am James Jones, aka Sherrod Jones. I am James Jones on all platforms, father, content creator, comedian, all that other stuff. All
For sure,
platforms.
man. So we super happy to have you. You know what I'm saying? I probably look as tired as I feel. I just got back from Brazil, you know what I'm saying? You weren't there, now y'all understand what that shit mean. You know what I'm saying? I always am. Melly, talking to your dumb ass.
Nah,
Bald headed
like
nigga.
this.
Always in the house. so today, we haven't had a comedian on the show yet, so we're gonna let you do a introduction first, Sherrod. Kind of give us your background, how you got started as far as like, skit comedy, and then we got some questions for you that we want to ask as far as like kind of the landscape of comedy, what you've been seeing, you know what I mean, as a viral comedian. But give us your background first, kind of where you got started, how you got started, where this all came to be.
I'm originally from Oxon Hill, Maryland. Oxon Hill High School, '06. I've been out in North Carolina probably the last 10 years. I moved out here. My oldest was born when my oldest started school. So I'm in Charlotte currently, been in Charlotte for 2 years, and I was in Raleigh for 8 years. Started off in a motivational speaking type, background because it was easier to come up with some words and do all that. It was easier than comedy, so I kind of sidestepped comedy for a long time. I'm like, bro, I ain't about to be trying to make people laugh and all that. I'm just gonna hit these schools, hit them with these acronyms, you know what I'm saying, and make them, get paid to go to schools and speak. So
Right.
probably about 2000, I would say probably about 2015, 16 is I started like taking comedy serious. I'm like, all right, I ain't got nothing else to do. I came back from the military, tried that, failed attempt. And then I said, let me go ahead and hit the stage and try to like, get these jokes popping. And so I started there probably 2015, and then I got my family involved in like the sketch comedy thing and rolled out. And then in like 2021, I finally, from like 6 years later, I finally like started hitting the stage in 2021 December. So that's probably like almost about 3 years or whatever. And
So you
then
doing stand up as well?
yeah, I started doing that about 3 years ago. Yeah,
Okay, got
that's a whole different greasy market. The whole
it.
stand up scene,
Right.
that's a whole different like. It make it, man. It's like going to church and then going to
Mm-hmm.
church and working there, and you start finding out what the pastor really on and all that. You start finding out the first
Mm.
lady what she really got going on, and her everybody that's in the choir be on some others. You know what I'm saying? So when you
I
finally
can do
go
the
start
analogy.
understanding the ins and outs, you be like you look at it a little differently. So
No, for sure. So, like, in your mind, what is the difference? Because we really like wanted to dig into that. Like, as far as like sketch comedy versus like stand up, which as far as your preparation process, like, what does that look like? Like, what's the difference?
well, discuss, being able to create content, you delete that joint like 20 times. You know what I'm saying? Being able to do it over and over and over again, make sure the lighting is right and stuff like that. And being able to go in your own little like a lot. I'm an outrovert. I'm an extrovert, but a lot of the people who like introverted, they create comedy and they don't even talk to people. You be seeing people on here and they be creators, they be having millions of followers. They cannot have a conversation in real life. Like
Not
you'll
for
be,
real. Woody McClain is like that. Came from Power is like a
yeah,
sketch comedian, and he's hilarious, but he is not a people person
not a people person
though,
at
at
all.
all.
No
Yeah,
jokes,
he's
no
like
nothing.
extremely introverted if you actually know him. So that's crazy that you say that
Yeah.
because that's really how like he built his brand.
Yep.
Like he was a dancer and then started doing sketch
Yep.
comedy and then did a Bobby Brown movie and now he's Kane. But
Yep.
this is a person who like you don't really like talking to people.
Yep. You
So
you
it's
see him
crazy.
you see him in the airport and like they can go in this little closet and like make whatever they want, but you see him in the airport, they barely want to say what's up. He's like, bro, you
I'm
kind of
telling you.
you think they being rude. You like, nah, his whole personality, he ain't never really say nothing. He just kind of go in his own little closet and make it. So people who are introverted can go in there and do that, and they can make the best skits ever. But if you're an introvert on that stage, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Hard markets like Atlanta and DC and New York, places where like, what I'm saying, it's rough. And especially different crowds, different age brackets. It's a whole bunch of, what I'm saying, you getting that reaction right there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody look at you dead in the front row, don't even laugh, just like next one. You know what I'm saying?
That'll,
You be like,
that'll
man, you
kill
try.
you.
You tried
That'll
it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like, like
I
they.
leave.
I'm
I'll
telling
probably
you,
leave the whole stage. I'll probably leave. I'm not meant for that at all.
man. They
I'll
they
leave.
they they sip water on you.
man, everybody gonna
Like,
think you funny.
You
yeah,
had that
everybody.
happen
You
before?
ain't funny everywhere.
Yeah. What
Nah,
makes
that's
you do comedy, bro?
Um, really, I always been into it. I'm a talker by nature, so even if like that's what helped me on the stage too. Like even when them jokes, that first joke, you're not a comedian until that first. Everybody comedian until that first joke don't work, and you be like, that was your good one.
You
Like
you thought you had one.
yeah, you punched the nigga in the jaw hard as a mug, and he hit you with one of
thought it
these.
was.
You be like, oh y'all. They said,
Thought it
oh,
was.
okay, I see what y'all doing. So by
Cricket.
nature, I'm a talker. So I'm an entertain regardless. Like even if the jokes ain't going on, like some people they're not talkers, so they'll once that first joke don't work, they kind of freeze up. Like damn, I don't got nothing else to say. I
Mm.
immediately go into something else. But like
You got to. Gotta be quick on your
swinging,
feet.
yeah,
Gotta improvise fast as shit.
every fine. Sometimes you got 30 minutes, right? And you get up there for that first 2 minutes, you be like, shit, this gonna be a long another 28. Like these niggas ain't going. You know what I'm saying?
What's
That
like?
5 minutes feel like 5 hours when the joke nobody laughing.
What's
You
your
just start
go-to? Like, if you a minute in, 2 minutes in, and the joke's not hitting, like, what's your go-to? Would you start
cry,
cooking people? Like, what's your
go
go-to?
go to crowd work. Crowd
Yeah.
work. Are y'all in a relationship? How long y'all been doing that? Damn, that's crazy. He don't even look like he want to be there. Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He said he don't even look like. He start asking people, yeah, how long y'all been together? Girls say 5 years, dudes say 2 months. You be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like stuff like that, like all crowd work. And sometimes crowd work help you to remember a joke you really didn't write. You be like, oh shit,
Mm,
I can talk about this. And then
mm,
but some nights like on your best nights, you think you going to, you think you about to blow up, and on your worst night, you want to kill yourself. Like for real, you be like, bro, you don't want to talk to nobody. You just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody like, hey, like the good show, bro. That's how you know you did your worst one. When they come
nah,
off,
fact.
like, hey, that's a good set right there. You did nothing. So
When you in like so living in North Carolina versus like being from here, because I understand that like this is a hard market, and that's for any kind of entertainment. Even when you go to like
yeah,
concerts and things like that, right? It's harder to make people move to get into a concert
yep,
here as opposed to like if you had that somewhere else. So this is a
yep.
hard market. Like, so I understand what you mean by that. What do you feel like is the difference between like kind of what you're experiencing in North Carolina versus like what you know to be true about here?
I mean, uh, me traveling like that, like I don't really know too much about
Uh, okay, it was freezing up for a second, bro. Go ahead. You good now? You good now? Oh. We lost him, guys. Did we lose our guest? Can you see him,
Nah,
Melly?
Nah,
I'm
he
I'm back. Can you see me?
yeah.
Yeah, we can see him now. Come on, man. Get your Wi-Fi
Yeah,
together,
it ain't I ain't Wi-Fi. I got kids calling me.
He got
I got
iPhone.
kids calling me wanting something. Hey, Lynn, call your brother. Yeah, but it's no place like home for real. Like nobody really jail like we jail back at home. Like North Carolina, like I ain't never thought I'd be living here for real. Like everybody kind of cliquish here. Like back home you can like you talking to people and hollering at people that you don't even know, and you can kind of like vibe with them. Like, hey, bro, you doing this? I'm doing
man.
that. Hey, bro, let's get it. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Here is just like North Carolina is very like it's very town like. Everybody kind of go to what they know, so it's a little harder to move like in a city like New York where you got them homegrown people. Like we used to having those conversations. Hey, what's good? What's going on with you? You do this, do that. It's a certain type of hustle. Here it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like people are a little older. They kind of more stuck in their ways. I feel like they like 10 years behind us. Like they down here think they created New Balances. They think they created Asics. Like we was wearing Asics back in 04. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
stuff starting to come. Like y'all still wearing Hollister. We was wearing Hollister back in American Eagle jeans way back when. So
Yeah.
it's like a
High school.
10-year difference. So
Who was wearing that in college, bro? I graduated college 2011.
it's new to them though. They think what I'm saying, they go get their little, what I'm saying, they little Asics bleed. They're like, oh yeah, we got the Asics. Like, bro, we was wearing 992s was back before that was even a thing. Like now y'all on a 99, they making them bigger, but
That's
Uh,
embarrassing.
hey,
I
bro,
mean, no.
you write your own jokes, or you just go up there and you freestyle?
I like to really have something written, but weirdly enough, like I writing stuff down and then going up there, like I never get to say. I get off stage always saying like, damn, I was supposed to say that.
Yeah, you be like you
it never,
forgetting
bro.
shit.
It never
Yeah,
does it. It never does it. I think I had somebody like that. Some people offer like comedians offer like free little writing jokes just to see. I want to see where else somebody mind can take a joke that I might have had. Like
Mm.
I've been messing with this like vasectomy joke. I got a vasectomy when I was 25. So I didn't mess with that joke so many times trying to find a way to really like take it there. But I didn't went to the doctor part and I kind of like played with different ins and outs. So I had somebody write it for me to see how he would see it and to see if I can use it like that and like, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't mess with that one for a while. And but like I think DC and from where we kind of quick punches. We kind of do like
Mm-hmm.
we kind of like if y'all know Mike Brooks. I don't know if y'all know Mike
yeah,
Brooks.
Mike Brooks. That's my
Yeah,
cousin,
like
man.
Mike
That's
Brooks.
my cousin,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, punch the shit. Yeah, Mike Brooks is like that's how kind of like our style. Like punch the shit out
Right,
you.
for
Like
sure,
you know what I'm saying? So that like
for sure.
Red Grant, that kind of
Yeah,
style. So but yeah, writing it. I ain't never. I don't remember when I get up there. Once them lights get in your face, you be out there trying to survive, man.
I
For
feel
real.
like I be forgetting when it's like when you write it down, it's like it's not that funny.
Yeah, ain't that funny when you write it down? I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
so
Yeah,
I'm a spirit of the moment type comedian. Like I just say
but
whatever comes to my head.
I think it
Yes.
depends though, right? Because like there are some legendary comedians who like write jokes. Like you got the Eddie Murphys, you got the Kevin Harts. You know what I mean? Like there are legendary comedians who like write out full sets. But you know what? I always think it's interesting. Like in your opinion as a comedian, right? Do you feel like having other people like write your jokes, right? And we're not just talking about like people who help you kind of develop a joke, but what's your stance on like letting other comedians write your jokes, right? Because when you look at like SNL, where you have like a room full of writers, a room full of people coming up with the skits, and then there's just somebody performing it, right?
Yep.
They would say, okay, well, these people are writing the jokes, but they can't perform these jokes,
Yep.
Like
right?
Paul Mooney,
Nobody can
Richard
do it
Pryor.
like I did it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So like,
Yep.
what's your stance on that as a comedian, as far as like, no, you're performing them, but letting somebody else say like write out a whole show for you.
Like when it gets to a point where you producing at the high level, like some of these comedians they on a roll like non-stop. Like bro, you
Hmm.
hit one city, you coming back like 2 months later. Like it ain't no real way that you can be able to keep up unless you got somebody writing something. Like
Mm.
you doing an hour and a half Kevin Hart style tours. Like you gonna have to have
Cat
somebody come with
Williams,
a
he
different
tours
angle.
all year long, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you
yeah,
gonna have to like have somebody to put it together, and only you can really perform it. But I think it's better in my opinion. Like when it comes from the soul for real. Like you know what I'm saying. You rapping about a life you didn't live. Like that's popular right now, but it's like it always gonna hit different when you like really experienced it. Like when you
mm.
saw it firsthand. Like if I was in it, it's gonna come out a little bit better on stage, in my opinion, than
Not for
somebody
sure.
just
I
like
think like the funniest like comedian right now to me, especially like as far as local comedians, is probably Paris Sachet, right? And her big like, I think her like viral thing is like I'm picky with my gay, which I find to
oh
be like,
yeah,
because that's like real shit. Because when I met Paris, Paris was dating niggas, and
yeah.
now so like that I'm picky with my gay. Like, nah, if you ugly, like, nah, I'm not.
She
Nah.
nice. She nice
You
too.
know what I'm saying? Like she
She nice.
nice. Like
She
I
nice. Nice.
love Paris. I think she's hilarious, and that's why I think her jokes like really hit because she's like real life talking about her experiences, like kind of like delving into the
Yeah.
LGBTQ community. So
Yeah.
I get exactly what you're saying. I think that that's fire, and I think like even if other people are writing your jokes, like you have input, right? Because like you're
Yeah.
gonna be the one that's performing those. Because a lot of like Kevin Hart has tons of writers,
Got to, bro.
but nobody can perform it quite like that. You
That's
Got
why
got your
to.
cut. Be
that's what I
real.
said about
Kevin Hart.
Paul Mooney and Richard Pryor.
Paul, yep. I seen him before he died.
Hey, rest in peace
Got
to both of them. Yeah,
man,
Yeah, he was
different. That's
hilarious.
different level.
Richard Pryor get on there. That's what I'm saying. And then you see that's why a lot of comedians they repeat the same jokes. You ever watch them and dang, they doing all the same jokes over and over at every show.
For 5 years.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I like Mike. I like Mike Epps, but he like one of my favorites. But like if I seen him, I
Let's
seen
get
Mike for
into
the last 5 years. It's the same. It's the same.
what's
Where my
what's
big
your
girl's
top
at?
comedian?
Yeah, but he nice.
What's your
But
top five comedians?
top five? Are we talking like local new, like in the city? Or are
Nah,
we talking about
anybody, all across the board,
You can do
whoever.
anybody.
anybody? This
Oh,
gonna
you
sound
can do both. You can do both.
this gonna sound weird. This because it's a lot of different angles you come from. But right now, not no order to watch right now. DC Young Fly,
Okay,
Carlos Miller,
okay.
Gary Owen.
Carry Owens.
Yeah,
He's funny.
that's what we
Gary
talking
Owens
about.
is
Your
funny.
watch.
He's funny. He got a couple specials you gotta watch,
He
bro.
got a
It's
couple of
funny.
Nah,
specials you gotta
shut
watch.
up, shut up.
Rest in peace to my guy David Arnold. He died. I don't know if y'all know David Arnold.
I think I seen
Yeah, he had a Netflix special.
yeah, I think I seen some on Netflix.
And who am I forgetting? Who am I forgetting? Recently, and D-Ray.
D-Ray,
Okay.
yeah, shit.
D-Ray funny as shit. That's true.
But you can
I
go a
like
lot of
D-Ray.
different ways with that.
Who
Like you
yours,
got,
Miss?
yep,
Richard Pryor,
Right.
Eddie Murphy, because Raw is still one of the funniest joints I ever seen.
Yeah.
Patrice O'Neal. Um, anybody that's not Kevin Hart. And
You don't like Kevin?
no, I don't think Kevin Hart is funny. Not anymore. I think he used to be very funny. I think like I don't know what happened. Like I think sometimes like your experiences, your growth as a person can impact the craft. It's just the nature of it. Like sometimes you get like so big in your real life that like you are out of touch when it comes to the jokes. I think that's become Kevin Hart's issue with me. I think he's very, very out of touch. It feels like other people are writing those jokes now. It feels like there's a writer's room. Every sketch feels like a fucking SNL show, right? Where you got 10 niggas in there writing these jokes for you and you're really just performing them. Like I think like when you look at
yep.
Kevin Hart, like all of his like up until his first arena special, I think like that was when it really kind of stopped being funny. Like honestly. Like he did that first arena tour where he was in like a football stadium and it was hilarious. And then after that it just felt like trying to keep up with that. And so, like, nah, to me, Kevin Hart isn't funny anymore. He used to be though. To me, he used to be funniest nigga on the planet. But I just feel like he feels a little out of touch now. Honestly, like he
Yeah,
got too
I
big
think
for himself.
he's
He took
in
it to
touch
another
with the
level.
he in touch with the world though. Like it's corporate, so
Yeah,
he in
he
touch
he
with the
definitely
world.
tapped in. Like the the
Yeah.
the whole thing with Kai Cenat is proof that like no, he's tapped in. He knows what to do because he has young children, right? And that's probably a big part of what's keeping him relevant is that he
Yep.
has like teenage children who could let him know like, oh, this is what we're paying attention to. This is what we're doing. And I think that Kevin Hart is very funny as a person, right?
Mhm.
When you put him in a situation like that, like a live stream, he's hilarious as a person. It's not like Kevin Hart stopped being funny. The nigga's just funny. But
Yep.
when you talk about a stand-up special, no, to me, he's not funny no more. He's
It's
funny if you just let him sit around and talk. Because he's a funny person. A funny nigga is a funny nigga, no matter
yeah,
what room you put him in.
been
But if
there.
you take him out of that like live scenario, you put him on a stage, to me the jokes don't hit no more. That's just
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah.
He's still fucking hilarious as a person, just not as a like not as a stand-up artist anymore.
That's most of that's marketability. You know, being able to be marketable though. You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah,
you're
for
being
sure.
able to market all types of drinks and Gatorade, whatever it is. He just made
Yeah.
himself like Steve Harvey
Super
did.
marketable.
He just made
Yeah,
himself
for
super
sure.
marketable. Family Feud, and like now he can sell Captain Crunch or whatever they want him to sell now. So
No,
Bullshit.
in fact, that nigga could sell Captain Crunch.
that
If you
nigga sell
saw
Captain.
Steve Harvey in a Captain Crunch commercial, you'll be
Hey,
like,
it'd be hard.
like, you'll be like, this is a good idea.
Yeah,
Nigga,
you'd be
if
like,
we
yeah, this
see
is it
Steve Harvey in a Captain Crunch commercial, niggas owe us some money, real shit.
for
But,
real.
like,
It
you could,
fits.
it makes sense. It
It fits,
does.
bro.
That
I'm
actually
telling
would
you.
be kind of perfect for him. But the stand up, that's something really different. And a lot of niggas can't. To me, Cat Williams' stand up is not all that funny anymore.
Cat a
While I
dog
think
though.
that he's hilarious as a person. The stage is something else. Like to me, the jokes don't hit on the stage anymore for either one of them.
You talking
Nah,
about
it
what?
hit.
You talking about recently, right?
It hit.
Recently, like we talking about within the last like 3 years.
Last two, yeah. Last
Yeah,
two
like last two or
specials.
3 years. Yeah, I would
You
say the
ain't
last
like,
couple of
you ain't like
specials.
his last one?
Nah, bro. I
Hold up.
thought that. Don't get me wrong. I think when it's a funny nigga, he's gonna have 5 or 6 good jokes in here because he's a funny person. It's not like none of it is gonna hit. But we're not talking about a couple jokes here hitting
Yeah.
here and there. There used to be Cat Williams used to be funny for an hour and a half.
Yeah. I was at. I
He
used
used
to
to
work
be
there.
funny for an hour and a half. When he had on the green jacket and shit, the nigga was funny for two hours.
That's true.
There's a difference between
That's when
five
he
or six jokes
started.
hitting. Yeah, that's true.
We
But
just
I
say
mean, that's the job.
yeah.
Listen, I don't want to hear no excuses. That's a fucking job, bro. Brown's still brown. I don't want to hear shit. The job is the job. You need to be
I
good the whole time or retire.
You can't really
yeah.
compare basketball and comedy, but
Yes,
let's
you
look at that.
can. Yes, you
I
can.
think
It's actually easier. Your ass should be good the whole fucking 40 years of your career. Paul Mooney was funny till he died.
Yeah.
fair. It's only one Paul. It ain't too many
Patrice
Pauls.
O'Neal was funny. Patrice O'Neal was funny till he died. I don't want to hear shit. You better be Braun or get the fuck off my TV with that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Be done or get the fuck on. I don't want that shit. Don't come on here and give me three jokes, and then for an hour I'm like,
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't want that. I don't want
I
that
was,
shit. You ain't doing nothing physical out there. Cat, he don't even do the physical comedy like he used to. I don't want to hear shit. The shit need to be funny for an hour and 35 minutes.
hey,
5 jokes is not enough. No.
I was when he did that green. He did the green. I think I was working at Constitution Hall there in DC. When he came through like for the
Mm,
whole weekend, did like 7 shows. I saw 7 times. I laughed every single one.
that's what
But
I'm saying. You
Cat,
watch that on Netflix right now, it's still funny as shit.
but
No
Cat,
changes.
he did the Shannon Sharp jump, and he went more political with his last two spots because it's like I don't think he's reaching to be funny more so. He reaching
Mm.
more for me to be like an Ali Sadiq. Like it's really
Okay.
more like a
Okay.
talk. Like he talking about other comedians. Like I don't think he's going for like a campaign political type of stand up now since Shannon Sharp. Everybody want to hear him blast people. I think that's where he
Nothing
kind of
niggas is
going with it.
stealing jokes.
Yeah.
So he's transitioning into something else, which I think is fine. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with you evolving your craft into other things. There's nothing wrong with that. But if
What
you
about
just talking about like stand up specials,
what about Dave? Dave, you sit there for Dave for a couple minutes and you won't be laughing the whole time through, and
I
everybody
have
respect
seen
that.
Dave Chappelle live twice, and let
Yeah,
me tell you, he's the greatest comedian of all time.
But you wasn't
That's my
laughing the
opinion.
whole time. You wasn't laughing the whole hour and a half.
Nah, because like Dave Chappelle is like a genius, right? So a genius builds something. So Dave Chappelle, like I remember the first time I saw him laugh, he told a joke backwards. So the entire special was leading about he was like, I'm so good, I tell my jokes backwards. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? He went through that whole 2 hours,
Yeah,
and at the end of it, there was like this explosion of laughter because you realize that that whole special was built to this one joke at the end. So
yeah,
I don't like it doesn't have to be like ha 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 the whole time. It depends on the kind of comedian that you are. Just like there are like different styles of like basketball players, right? You got some niggas who are like offensive powerhouses, some niggas who are great on the defensive end. You got niggas like Draymond who get in people's heads, and that's how they build as far as the offense. It's
mm,
different types of comedians. I respect that there are like different forms of your craft, and that your craft might not be me laughing for an hour
yep,
and a half. But if
yep,
you got one big punchline at the end and it makes all that other shit make sense, that's genius to me. So I think that Dave Chappelle is funny in that way. Like he's hilarious through the special, don't get me wrong, but I think he's like a little smarter than the average comedian, and he builds those jokes in a different type of way. At least
yeah,
that's how I see it when I saw him live.
that's why I say he be writing like shit, and that's what make him a genius.
He's a genius.
He can remember something for 2 hours. That's like
two
He can
he
hours.
remember something for weeks, months. He's a genius. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Dave Chappelle, he a different type of comedian. That nigga's a genius. Like he's not to say that like Cat Williams or Kevin Hart that they're not geniuses in their own right, but like there are LeBrons and there are Carmelo Anthony's. You know what I mean? Like there's it doesn't mean that they're all not amazing, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like
I like.
Chappelle is like boom, consistently amazing across every spectrum for 40 years. Like he's that type of, you know what I mean? Like it's different types. Cat to me is more of like it's more of like a KD, right? Consistent, but not necessarily the people's champ,
Yeah.
right?
For
Like
con for
there are
context
levels.
for
Yeah, like
context
there are levels.
for context. Mello a better hooper for context. Just because
Exactly, right?
yeah,
Exactly. I
it
think
ain't
when
even
you look
close.
at Cat Williams, like especially when you're talking about early Cat Williams, you put Cat Williams versus Dave Chappelle. To me, Cat Williams is funnier. He's more efficient as a comedian, right? But when you talk about like being great for long periods of time, right? There's a difference between somebody being amazing for a pocket of time, a 5 year period, a 10 year period, versus somebody 25 years in and they still at the top of their game. There's
Uh,
different. You know what I mean? So to
yeah.
me, like that's really where Dave Chappelle like becomes like the arguably the greatest comedian of all time
oh
because
no,
there's nobody who's been to me that funny for that long.
oh no, I ain't even get my top five. Hold on.
There you go.
Fuck that. You got me fucked up. I ain't even get my top five yet. I'm listening to y'all ass. Motherfucker. I'm going number one. I'm going Richard Pryor. He the GOAT. My father put me on all his jams. I don't watch everything, but I can watch that shit right now. Live on the Sunset Strip. That's probably like my favorite jump. Um, I got Cat Williams. I like Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle,
Oh, that fifth one. That fifth
Robin
one.
Harris. Hey,
That was a good one.
the
That was a
girl
good one. That
had
was
a
good.
palm
That
on
was
y'all.
good. This nigga Melly was doing research. Fuck that. This nigga was out here reading.
Before it's time, though. Have before it's time.
Before before it's
That's
time, but
Mount
that's a
Rushmore though.
good one.
That's Mount
Mm.
Rushmore. That's Mount
And
Rushmore
Baby
though.
Kids was my favorite jump the whole time. You know he didn't even do Baby's Kids.
Her?
He Phase on Love finished the movie. Robert Harris ended up passing away before they got to finish the movie.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I heard about that.
So Phase on Love impersonated Robin Harris. And,
I did not know
he was
that.
clean with that. He was
yeah.
clean with
Yeah.
that transition.
He was like
You
D.
saw
Ray
Robin
Burton.
Harris. Look in the
Yeah.
credits. You gonna see it in the credits.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
I ain't know that either.
Damn.
That's
Damn, this nigga Melly gave us something. This nigga was out here doing. I'm proud of you, boy. I'm
that's a
proud of you, boy.
Nice
that's a
on
Mount
Pluto. It's on
Rushmore.
Pluto. Baby's Kids just popped up on Pluto.
That's a that's a Mount Rushmore. That's like
Nah, for sure.
that's like your
I can name a bunch more like Hidden Gems, Aries Spears.
Oh yeah.
I do love Aries Spears. I think
Yep.
Aries Spears is a corny motherfucker, like in life. But as a comedian, yeah, I find him to be hilarious too. I like him.
The
Yeah, that
little
bullshit.
midget, Brad Miller, the little midget.
Brad.
What's the new guy? The new white guy, Matt. What's the guy's name? Matt Keith. He just had a Netflix special. He was like the viral comedian because he's a handsome white boy, but he was hilarious. His whole thing is making fun of people in the audience. What
Oh,
is that guy? Matt Reef. There it is. Or Matt Rife,
wow.
maybe it
I'm
is.
about to watch that, John.
Yeah,
I don't
me
know.
Yeah.
too.
If you look up the joint on Netflix, you're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. Because he was going viral right before that. He got a Netflix special because he was going viral. That's how it happened.
He doing like
Like
crowd
this
work.
that viral shit can change your life. Like it's amazing how that shit can change your
I
life.
be
So,
I be telling comedians that think it's all about the stage. Like nigga, you've been doing comedy in the city for 20 years and you can't go. You've been doing comedy in the city for 20 years. You can't even go to Virginia and sell out. Like because
Absolutely.
you ain't got no. You know what I'm saying? You can't go down the street and sell out because nobody know who you is. Ain't nobody buying no tickets if they don't know you, bro. You gonna have to do
That's the
both.
thing. It's a lot of motherfuckers they funny online but can't sell no tickets. The same is true of music artists, right? Like that's a trend going on. Like as far as like
Yeah,
people who are viral online as a
yeah,
whole, you
yeah.
can get 1 million views on something online but can't sell no tickets. Sexy Red, right? Can't sell no tickets.
Can't sell no
They
tickets.
canceling them shows left and right, but
Yeah.
she put something on Instagram and it gets 10 million views. You know what I
All,
mean? Like it's not the same.
all her damn fans is they can't even buy tickets. Them hoes 15 years old. That's why her shows ain't selling out. Like they don't
Yeah,
got no
understand.
rides. All them Jones they share a young audience and nobody can afford it. Her audience ain't
Yep.
mature. Nobody got no jobs. So that's why
Yep.
everybody watching you online because everybody
hmm
under 21. So
And if that's gonna be the case, you gotta find a way to make that work for you too.
yeah, you do.
But it's
You have
a
to put
lot
that.
of viral people that like can't sell out, especially when you talk about like comedians and artists. Like you gotta be able to move some units. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah,
people not gonna come out and see you, then
but
it's
if
not
I'm
hitting the
getting
same. Because that's what Pat Williams' claim to fame is always, right? He
oh
always say
yeah,
like, no, these niggas swear that they bigger than me, they making more money than me, they more important
yeah,
than me, but can't sell out no shows no more. I'm selling out every night.
that's
So
but
I feel that like Cat can still tour.
it was like Desi Banks when he tried to like first started. Like if you getting something for
Mm,
free, like you getting Desi for free all the time, then you don't even want to pay for it.
mm,
You got hella skits for free, dude. Like he like, yeah, I ain't doing it for free no more. I want to start charging. Everybody like, it don't matter if it's $10. Like nigga, I was getting it for free. Now you told me you
yeah.
taxing? Like everybody like, he charging for the
And I
YouTube
saw his
now.
like initial shows. He wasn't funny. Like
No,
not to say that that's the case now, but I
yeah, he
remember
wasn't.
like
He
people
wasn't.
posting that footage and he doing like 10, 20 minute shows and I'm just like, this
Yeah.
nigga's not funny.
I went to the
Definitely
Improv
not
when he
funny
came
like
out
that.
here. He wasn't good when I went. That was probably what, maybe 2 years ago, 2 3 years ago.
Mm,
When we first started, he wasn't. It was more
yeah.
like
I've
skit
seen
stuff.
some stuff since then though. He looks like he's
Yeah.
improving for sure.
yeah,
But I remember that like 2 years ago. I was like, nah, this nigga not funny.
When I
he
saw
makes
him on
fun
the
of those skits.
Yeah,
yeah,
he skit funny, but not
when I
stand up
saw him on
funny.
the interview though, I saw him on the interview. This was telling. Like I saw him come on 85 South show with all the funny niggas, and he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the environment. He didn't even look. He looked like a private school kid when DCN was in there.
Mm.
Like he didn't
Fish
look.
out of
He
water.
wasn't like his personality wasn't like the one you see on. He was kind of like calm, very like kind of soft spoken. I'm
Mm.
like that. He in there with a whole bunch of niggas that's just
That's
It's,
how you know he's not
they
funny.
got, they
That's how
got
oh
you
yeah
know a nigga not naturally funny.
They
Yeah,
got
like
that chemistry together though, so they know how to crack their jokes with each other.
yeah,
That's true. Chemistry is important in that type of scenario. But Rick Ross was one of the funniest people to come on there. He did no accident. You
that
know what
nigga
I'm
just
saying? Like a
that nigga
motherfucker who
just
funny, they gonna find a pocket. You know what I'm saying? Granted, that chemistry that they had is a huge deal in terms of like because that's what they built their brand on, right? The chemistry between the three of them. They built
yeah.
an entire brand on that. So it's fire. But like, nah, if you're a funny motherfucker, you'll find a way. I feel like.
Yeah, that's true. And they got Ross be trying to be dead ass serious. That's the funny part about him. That nigga be trying to with them little sayings. That nigga be trying to really be serious. That's what be getting
Them
me.
be the funniest niggas. The niggas
That
that be
nigga
like,
be
nah, I'm
trying to
not
be
playing.
motivational. That
Why
shit be
y'all laughing?
so.
Hey, bruh, what you like most about comedy?
The freedom to
Mm.
be able to go out there. You know what I'm saying? Go to a wedding and make a couple $100. Like the freedom to be like, all right, man, somebody gonna pay you to really go out there, pay you for what they think you can do. Niggas really
Mm.
getting paid off potential in most cases.
Mm.
Every audience is different. Like just because you did that audience in Atlanta, don't mean you come down to DC, you're gonna do the same thing. So really, people getting paid before time to get up there and really talk for 30 minutes, talk for
Right.
15, 20 minutes. Like the freedom to
Okay.
be able to travel everywhere. It's a gift and a curse because niggas show up to I seen people getting paid in chicken wings. I ain't lying. Like people they have a vicious ass flyer and you think they sold out a whole show. Nigga got showed up, he paid them in a Corona and some mumbo sauce. You be like, God damn. He went back
And they
home.
got another 7 Biggie meal.
He looked sweet though. The flyer looked sweet. He up there like that. It looked sweet on Facebook. 3 people showed up. Nigga got paid mumbo sauce, some fries, and some chicken wings, and went back home to his kids. Like
That's
you,
crazy.
that's the only thing about the gift and the curse thing. The flyers look sweet, but you got 100 flyers, nigga. You ain't got $100. So
Nah,
it
for
look
real.
good, but niggas ain't really getting paid.
That's crazy.
Rough
But
out there.
Like, what's your experience been with stuff like that? Because I know, like, you have been doing some stand up. Like, as far as like, being adequately paid for, do you feel like you at that point in your career yet? Like, what's your experience been with that? You got paid in chicken wings yet? Tell the truth.
nah, I don't, I don't go like that. I'm not from that side. I'm like, hey, bro, you ain't gonna pay me no chicken wing. I take nothing before a nigga give me a plate. Be like, hey, bro, he go to ranch. Like, nah, bro, we're gonna do the ranch and the extra dip and all that. Nah, but the experience, like they say, you don't really get into it until like 7, 8 years into your career for real. But I didn't seen the black ball and like the jangy from like you go and say you're supposed to get paid for a show. The dude who's supposed to be promoting that joint, he disappeared. They give you the front half,
Mm.
don't give you the back end. Um, you
Mm.
show up and be an inside job, and you know what I'm saying. You show up and do your show, and everybody leave. Like it's like I just seen like the ugly parts of it for real.
Mm.
But that's my experience for real when it comes to like working with people in the shows. Like you just see a lot of everybody, in comedy, everybody just trying to like battle against each other. They ain't really like community like you would think. Like everybody trying to one up
Mm.
the next man. And the people who be local is worse than the celebrities for real. I meet
For
somebody
real?
who really on. I meet
Gatekeeper.
somebody who they chill. You meet somebody who ain't really on, who just got more experience than the local niggas, and he be
Mm.
shitting on dudes and talking crazy. You be like, man, you still got a job. Nigga still work at Walmart. Like, why are we having these conversations? You know what I'm saying? He been doing 10
Crazy.
years, but nobody know who he is. But it's real grimy, just like anything else, man. Like the business side of it is what I don't like for real. I wish I could just do my
Mm.
own shows. It's a lot of BS that come with it.
Nah, I get that. I get that. So, like, as far as like comedy, like, let's say like your 5 year plan, 10 year plan, where you want to take it? Like, where you want to go with this?
I really want to make money virtually, man, for real. Like I think just the virtual money. We in that time and era, like you need to be able to make money and hit your account while you sleeping, bro. If you got to go out here and
Mm.
go to California and go to Dubai and work for every single dollar, like you're gonna be on the plane a whole bunch. Like you're gonna have to find a
Okay,
way to
William
like
shit.
make streams, whether it's acting, you doing maybe it's a podcast. You gotta open up. You like just the stage right now ain't gonna cut it, bro. You gonna have to go on tour in order to pay your bills. Like you ain't gonna be able. You gotta go to California for a week in order to pay the mortgage, and it get real
Mm.
crazy. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing else. You're gonna be in hotels forever. So being able to
Mm.
create the streams, whether it's acting, whether it's podcasting, I do acting too. I done been on some series that haven't been released, thank God. Like some anti-Tubi shit that's really don't need nobody need to see. And I got some stuff that's coming out with
Thanks.
other
No
people.
bullshit. No bullshit.
Bruh,
Definitely has to be recorded.
I've
bro.
definitely been on some off Tubi shit too, man.
Man, it's ugly out here, bro. People be thinking they about to make a masterpiece. You be like, you see that shit, you be like, nah, cuz take me up out of there,
Nah, for real, there's some shit I got on
bro.
YouTube right now. It's like,
Bro, you be like, everybody think they got the camera until they see the camera work. You be like, bro, you recorded that? I'm
but we
like,
know it. We
Run
know it
the
will.
ads. Run the ads. Fuck
it's,
that. Hey, to an up and coming comedian, what's some advice you'll give 'em?
I say like really focus on being yourself and weed out the distractions and the noise. I think it's more simple and less complex if you like really tune into you. I think like all the
Mhm.
rest of the stuff that, you know, I say try to not to be following so much of what people do in your same niche. Cause you kind of started like, you know what I'm saying? You start looking at somebody else's stuff, you start sounding like now you sound like DC Young Fly on your joint because all you watch
Mhm.
is that and you comparing yourself constantly. You got to kind of get into your own bubble and like just do your own work and stop trying to reach out to everybody and trying to be in everything. Like do your own thing. Let the vibe find you. You don't need nobody building up. You know what I'm saying? Do your work on your ground level and then like build it up. Everybody think they're gonna jump in it and have a team and niggas just gonna mess with them off the strength. Like ain't nobody messing with you off the strength, bro. You're gonna have to go out there and then put your groundwork in and like
Mm.
get it out the mud and then the ideas will come to you. People like the pushing your car thing. Like somebody see you pushing your car on the side of the road, they're gonna help you, but you sitting in that mud, ain't nobody feeling sorry for you. You're gonna have to get out and push your
Mhm.
own jump and let it lead to where it's gonna lead to. It's gonna
For
be a
sure.
while though. It's gonna be some dark ass days. You're just gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to fight the urge to quit in everything you do. So
Okay. So for you personally, like, right, because you still putting in the groundwork, what do you think is motivating you not to quit? Because there's a lot of people who probably would have gave up by now.
man, not liking nothing else and nothing else being an option. Like like I'm one of them niggas that can't work a job forever. Like I just I'm one of them like 5, 6, 7 jobs in 5, 6, 7 years type dudes. Like I don't like nothing else but freedom. So
Hmm.
like if I gotta say I gotta go and work at a job and retire in 25 years, I don't know if I can do it. I be done got fired a couple times. I need something where I can move around. Like I need some outside the box type stuff. I ain't gonna be able to. And you can't be rich working for nobody else. So if your goal is to be rich and make money, bro, you gonna have to bet on yourself. IRS and all that is cool. Government, government jobs is DC. When we grew up in DC area,
For
Metro,
sure.
Metro, you worked at Metro and you worked at the Library of Congress. You worked at, what I'm saying? Those are the places they told you to go work, but you ain't gonna get rich doing it. So if that's your goal, you're gonna have to bet on yourself.
For
Have you
sure.
ever have you ever had somebody come up to you and say, man, I know like for me, like I be on Instagram, I don't really consider myself a comedian. I just be me
Uh-huh.
every day. But I had people come up to me and they be like, bruh, I just need you to be on Instagram today, bruh. I'm having a down day. You ain't never had nobody come to you and say, man, I appreciate you cracking that joke today. I really needed that. And how did that
Yeah,
make you feel?
yeah. It always seemed to come like, bro, when I'm about to say fuck it, right? For real. I was in like Walmart one time. I mean, I think Food Lion one time, and this dude came up to me, hey, you Jones? I'm like, I'm not back home, so I'm looking like you don't know me because I don't know nobody out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah, bro, keep working. Like, you kind of took me out of some talk, dark times. You motivated me to keep going. And it always come at like that time when you about to say whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you about to quit. And then
That's it.
you had those moments, and then you had the moments like Mia said one time, I'll never forget, she said, hey, you kind of cute, but you ain't really that funny. Like that joke, like that forever made me love her forever. Like that shit was so honest and direct. She
She's a
said,
hater.
you kind of cute, but you ain't that funny. She said, "I'm
I'm not
talking
worried about
about
that thing. She thinks everybody's ugly.
hey." She said,
Not
"You
every.
kind, but you ain't that funny." I was like,
First of all, he's attractive. So there you go. Like, so if I say that, I gotta mean it, right? But he was still working. You know what I'm saying? He was still working. Like,
I
So
don't
I
know
want
that
to
took
be
the
funny,
line
but
though.
I'm ugly.
you definitely ugly, Bill. But listen, being handsome is half the battle, honestly. Like
I
that's the hard part. It's the
I
part you
rather the
can't do
funny
nothing
though.
about.
I rather the funny though. I was like, man, I ain't in the modeling industry. I rather
Hey,
just take the funny and shit. She's like, yeah, them jokes cool. You know what I'm saying? Them jokes you probably can. Like you need to go the other way. I'm like, damn. I'm like, it
you
was
good?
so honest.
Ugly niggas gotta be funny though.
That's true.
That's like
That
fat
is.
girls. Fat girls gotta have a personality, or you just gonna be
That's
a fat girl.
hey, that is a fact though. That is definitely a fact, bro.
That's the problem. I was one for a long time.
Still
You know,
is.
Yeah, that's what that. After that, like
no.
before that, I was
got me
before that, I
fucked
was
up.
like the biggest fan. Before that, I was like one of her biggest fans, and then after that, like I was like fan, like the biggest fan ever. Like I don't know, it's something about like I don't know her like you know her, but like from the outside looking in, it's like, and this is I don't know. The young people say glaze, so this is the glaze moment, right? It's like her overall just like able to touch a whole bunch of different topics, being a female, and like just her overall way she can see things, bro. It's very like it's rare as hell, like that you can respect somebody from a sports
You hear that, man?
standpoint, music standpoint, and fashion standpoint. It's not a lot of females like really doing that. She
Yeah,
kind
she
of
tapped in.
uniform.
What
She
it say?
really
If
tapped
you
in.
want
Like,
to impress me, play me in Call of Duty.
oh yeah, right. Yeah, I know,
I don't
right?
want
Do
to see you
something.
take that ass all day.
Yeah, that's easy, right? Do
Yeah, that's
something
easy.
crazy.
It take no skill to do that.
Don't
Which
take
that's
no
something
skill
she
to do
can't
that.
do.
That's what. Yep. And she doing it, bro.
She
My
got
biggest
everything
hater.
instead of shaking that ass, boy. She can do everything but that.
Hey,
My biggest hater. There it is.
hey, that's what
You're
you need
never
though.
gonna know. So I respect that perspective. You're never gonna find out. You know why? Because you ugly. And on that note,
It's
we gonna
enough
go ahead
on
and
here. It's
close out
enough
the
on here.
show.
It's enough on here. It's enough on here, man. It's enough on here for real.
Not for real, male. That's all
That's,
male followers. Bitches shaking their ass. What I want to be one of them for?
I don't.
He ain't married one of them hoes yet. What I want to be that shit for? He ain't married not one of them.
hey,
He's just all ass
And
shaking and
my
no
jump
you
ring.
got
shaking your ass.
you got to
I like
respect
to see it
everybody
though.
art.
Just not on my jump.
You got to respect everybody art though. Everybody art form. You know, you got to respect everybody art. It's a rhythm
For
to it.
sure. Listen,
Everybody.
I ain't judging no woman. I am a feminist. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. Your body, your choice. But it's consequences to everything. As long as you understand that as a woman, you're fine. Like if you're okay with like maybe not getting any respect from people as a result of that, because you don't care about people's respect, all you care about is how you see yourself, then
Sure,
kudos. That's wonderful for you.
for
But
sure,
you gotta know like there's consequences to every decision. And
for
especially
sure.
as a woman, like don't live in a state of delusion where you think you can go out here and be a hoe or be on a
Yep,
slut walk and that there like nobody has a right to comment on that. No, everybody has
yep,
a right to comment.
yep,
As long
yep,
as you feel good about you, the commentary shouldn't matter. But the truth is,
yep.
a lot of bitches like they care about what people think, and they're looking for a certain kind of approval, and maybe the approval that they're looking in the direction of is not what they should be seeking. And
Is
now
it?
that there are people who feel a way about how they doing it, it's like, well, fuck y'all, and nah, like you came
Yep,
out here and did that whole shit, and you entitled
yep,
to do that whole shit, baby. Like, do
yep,
whatever you want to do. Your body, your choice. But people have a right to feel how they feel about it.
yep. Make it a business if it's going. Make it lucrative. You're gonna be shaking that jump. You know
Go
what I'm
Hey,
off
saying?
your face.
that's just
Make
free.
somebody
Off
pay
that
for
shit.
it.
Shit, Black China was making like $1 million off that OnlyFans shit before she found God and got
Yeah,
her life together. And see, that's what I'm
503.
saying. Like whatever your choices are, you're entitled to that, right? Just because like Black China was on OnlyFans last year, and now she says she finding God, she doing something else. You don't have to be in a bar. You don't have to be anything anybody else wants you to be. Long as you good with your choices, it's whatever. But don't be out here looking for other people's approval, because I'm gonna be the
Yep.
first to tell you, listen, like you're entitled to that whole shit, but it's whole shit nonetheless, baby.
I don't know
Tell
if
you.
it's no. It ain't no. It ain't. It's like a gay dude. Ain't no going back. Once we gay, we can't go back. Once y'all can go back, but once we gay, like once
You
you
don't think a
alone,
dude could go back? Hold on, back it up.
no.
Back it up.
No,
Hold on.
No,
Why
no.
not?
ain't no.
Mm.
Listen. Girls got buttholes too.
Right.
What is what is
Girls got
Girls
that's
got
the
buttholes.
statement.
what is that? Wait
That's
a
the line.
minute.
That's the line.
Let me give y'all an example though. Real shit. We gotta talk about this real quick. So y'all remember Love is Blind, right? It's a
Yep.
huge show, right? The first season of Love is Blind, which was the only legitimate one, it was a dude on there who waited until the girl accepted the proposal and then told her that he was bisexual. She did not judge him for his bisexuality, but she was upset that he waited until then to mention it. And then he spent the whole rest of the show cooking her. I watched the reunion show like 2, 3 years after that. They were celebrating like their 1 year anniversaries for the couple who did. He was still mad about that shit.
Nope.
Like, like he felt like that's not fair. Like, okay, I didn't tell you until after we got engaged, but like my body, my choice. And
Nah.
now I want to be with you. So like you don't feel like he could go back, he don't have the right to do
No
that?
coming back, bro. You picking both
Nah.
sides.
It ain't no bisexual niggas out here. You gay or
Yeah,
you
you
not.
get that.
You gay? You not? You start
If I
taking
step
that.
right here and I told you me I'm bisexual, you gonna call me gay?
I do think you're gay, though, so that's different. And I'm proud of you
Seen
for
with
coming
plenty
out
of
there.
ladies. Seen with
I love
plenty of
that.
giants.
If he was gay in high school and we went to high school together,
But
and then you
gay
got a
men
family,
usually
you
have
still
no
gay.
female friends.
You still gay Vaughn. You gay Vaughn. You was gay Vaughn back in '04.
Yeah,
You
you could
gay
be a
Vaughn
cool gay,
now.
but ain't no coming back on this side.
I don't
Y'all can do.
know.
Y'all
I
can do
feel
that.
like
Y'all,
if he wants to, like, listen, I don't want to be with men anymore. I'm delivered. Like, what's
Nah,
the?
nigga, you already got stabbed up. Horror film over. The movie over. When niggas get stabbed in movies, they die. It's over.
you pick the side, stay there. You pick
Yeah,
the
you
side,
can't,
stay
can't
there.
just, you can't
Stay
want to
there.
get stabbed and do the stabbing. Hell
Nah,
no.
you can't. The
Why
stab and the
not?
stabby. The
Why
Fuck.
stab and the
not?
stabby. You can't be the stab and the stabby,
So
bro.
men can't be bisexual? Is that what y'all are saying?
No,
Is
you
that
get
is that the
no.
lie?
Hey, it's only motherfucking. It's only one thing in the world that a man can do that ain't gay when you putting something in, you taking something out, and that's putting a motherfucking cord into an outlet. That's it. That's
That's it.
the only thing. Putting it in
That's
the
it.
outlet, taking it out.
Take it
That's
out.
the
That's
only
it.
thing a
Y'all
man.
don't think men? This is
Ain't
crazy.
fucking
Y'all
around.
don't think men
That's
can be
bullshit.
bisexual? This
You
is
think
nuts.
about being a
Man.
niggas be up, top, down, bottom, switches, whatever the fuck that means. I just know, ain't hey, listen, nobody getting on top of me. Hell to the no.
Hey
You
yo,
better have
man,
you gotta have the other thing.
man, you not going. You ain't about to marry no bisexual nigga. Stop acting like you here for the bisexual nigga. You is not here for the bisexual niggas. Come on,
How
you not.
honest do we want to get in this conversation?
We only. It's only one way.
We ain't talking about that freaky shit you be doing in the bed now. I'm talking about a nigga want to get motherfucking pegged and motherfucking
Forever gay.
no LPU girl
Is that
rubber.
gay? If a nigga, wait a minute, just while we're here, is that gay? If a nigga getting paid, how is that gay? How is anything you do with a woman gay?
Nah,
That I mean,
Nah,
putting
to
something in
me,
my
that's
phone
impossible.
is gay.
If you do it with a woman, it's impossible for it to
Nah,
be gay.
cause then I leave it. Listen, if I leave this bitch and you out and tell your girlfriend you sticking shit in my ass, I have to kill you and her.
nah.
I do
Yeah.
tell. I ain't gonna lie. For any of them niggas watching right now, I told everybody, and I send them the videos too. So
See what I'm saying? And then you
I
gonna
didn't
talk.
tell her. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, niggas. I
No.
told everything. I told everything. I told my bitches. You guys didn't write into the group chat. If you
Now you
talk that
got.
shit like a man, I told everybody.
Now
Sorry.
you got to die.
She got on the phone and said, "Girl, I just fucked him in his ass."
Now you
Hell no.
got. Now you got to die. Now you
You
got
got
to
to
die.
go.
She got to die now. There ain't
Get
no
the
way.
blick.
I told. I
See?
sent a picture of one of you niggas while I was in Brazil because they asked me about it.
All
Nah, nah. Now you got to die. See,
you're not poking me, bro.
girl,
I
niggas
do
be
the
left.
poking and the
They,
stroking. That's it.
I
they
don't
be
think
left.
it's gay, but I'm going to tell people. I'm gonna tell my girls. Like, I'm sorry.
Nah, that's gay.
Nah.
Cause then going now when I come around, you can't invite me nowhere. Cause
Nope.
girl, she getting fucked in his butt.
In the group
Uh,
chat, the group chat going crazy. Group chat
I
going
can't even
crazy
make him
over
put the
there.
plate now. Oh, he
No,
be getting fucked in his ass. He's not making my
no,
hamburger.
no,
That's
I don't.
no.
I definitely think that men can be bisexual. Would I want to
Bisexual.
marry a man who was bisexual? Probably not. It's not for me. Not because there's anything wrong with it. It's just not for me. I do think men can be bisexual. Like the
No,
nigga,
no,
the
no,
nigga
no,
on Love Is
no,
Blind was bisexual.
no, man. Tell us why it ain't for you. Don't just skip over that. Like, go ahead, tell us why it ain't for you. Talking about it ain't for me. I want. We need to know.
If I'm being honest,
You are
um,
Be honest. Don't talk about some if you been. I ain't fucking if.
right.
okay,
You know, if
You have
okay,
doubts. You don't.
okay, motherfucker. All right, shit. I'm gonna tell it. All right, okay. So I've experimented a lot throughout my life. I feel like, how do you know what you like unless you do? So I've experimented a lot, and I've had some gentlemen who were experimental. Okay, there's a difference between what I want to experiment with versus what I want to be a permanent part of my existence in my sex life.
she put that on
So
very corporate. She
I'm
corporate as
fine
fuck.
with the truth.
Or to be
I'm fine
political.
with a certain level of experimentation in exploratory relationships. Those are not necessarily areas that I want to touch, like in a solid committed relationship.
Man, she need to
That's
run
just
for
me.
office. She need to run for office off that shit. She put that shit in the codes and everything. But that
Never done.
you got a chance to be in middle school and go back. Seventh grade you was gay. Seventh grade, eighth grade you was not. You got a chance to experiment. We saying we don't get that chance. We gotta pick a side and stay there. Once it's up, it's up.
I
That's one.
think that's so unfair for y'all, though. I do. I think that's so unfair for y'all. At the
It,
same time, though, like I feel like like that's always people's assumption about me. It's like, oh, have you ever been with girls? That's just not my thing. Not that I see anything wrong with it, not that I see it as a problem in any way. It's just not for me. I'm just not attracted to girls. So for me, it's like I'm allowed to experiment at every point in my life. If I decide I want to try that right now in my 30s, nobody's gonna bat an eyelash except for like maybe my family because they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is you on? Like you 30? Like what are you doing?" But I feel like women are allowed to like experiment at every stage in life. Paris's entire bit now is about like her transitioning into like, no, I love women and that's like what I want to like do full time. Like her
Yep.
entire like her going viral, everything like amazing happening in her career. That's her
Yep.
biggest joke.
Right.
So, I mean, women are allowed to do that. And to be frank, I think it's very unfair that men are not allowed to experiment in that type of way.
I
I
think
do.
you can't come back, baby. Once you jump over that fence, you ain't gonna come back.
No, you
So
can't come back.
unfair. Men are,
Because
this is
one
what's
thing
wrong. This
never
is wrong with y'all. Y'all always talking about y'all don't have nobody and y'all don't have nobody to talk to and men are all alone. This is why. This is why men
No, the
feel
world
like
made it
y'all
like
can't talk to each other. That's crazy.
to
the
me.
world made it like this. It's the world.
I got cool gay friends, but I'm just saying I keep them over there. I'm just saying, ain't no coming back. You ain't about to be fucking a bitch tomorrow, and you about to go fuck with another nigga the next
Bruh.
day. Like that's kind of
Right.
crazy to me.
You know how
But what if you're
dedicated
not getting stabbed? What if you're
you
just
know
getting, you know
you
what
know
I'm
how
saying? What if you're just
dedicated you
getting
gotta
top? If you only getting top, is
Not,
that like you
ain't no
gonna come
what
back
if.
from that
A
nigga?
nigga's not doing nothing to me. It's not no what if, ands, or
a girl
but.
a
And
girl
dance
got a
right to
mouth
what?
too.
You said stabby. I'm just saying, if a nigga
A
not
girl got a
stabbing you,
mouth
you
too
not
though.
stabbing the nigga.
A girl
Nah, I'm
got a
not
mouth too.
doing nothing with a nigga.
A girl
No,
had a mouth
sometimes they
too. So
say like, sometimes they say, you know,
You know? They ain't no say nothing because ain't no coming back. I got to go to sleep at night.
nobody know what Will Smith say. Nobody know a man like a man. That's what Will Smith said. Shit,
Shit, I
that's
got to
what
go
he
to sleep
said.
at night.
girls got mouths too. I don't even know why you gotta switch it
Fuck,
up.
Will
bitch.
Smith,
You got a
look,
mouth
the
over there
chick,
too. Why I
listen,
gotta
the
go
Fresh
over
Prince said that shit. Fresh Prince said that. He said,
there?
nobody understand a man like a man. That's what he
Well,
said.
well,
You
we
know how
already know.
ded- you know how
And look at his relationship. He's a
right,
free computer.
right. You know how
Look what
dedicated you
happened to
gotta
him.
be. You know how dedicated you gotta be to get stabbed up as a man. Like that ain't no little
I do.
commitment to get
I
stabbed
do.
up.
I know it well,
Your wife was
actually.
getting stabbed up by a nigga that's by two. Damn, that's crazy.
Cra-
That's egregious.
That's egregious. Oh my goodness, boy. Mm,
The fuck? You
nah,
my wife and you getting stabbed up by a nigga that's getting stabbed,
isn't that
and you
great? That's
see
So,
some
crazy.
shit. I'm the
so
biggest
wait.
wood.
You think if your wife dealt with a nigga, like, let's say your wife dealt with a nigga who was bi,
Jada
you
Pinkett.
not gonna okay.
Come
They
August.
got some weird shit going on in
Yeah,
general over
see,
there.
it's a freaky
We
whole
ain't talking about
the
the
whole
Smiths.
family
That
freak.
whole listen, let's just say it. That whole family fucked up. Like we're not getting into the Smiths. Like we love Will, but outside of Will, them niggas they weird over there. They doing some other shit. In a regular situation, right? A general, the bitch from Oxon Hill, Maryland. If she tell you she was in a long term relationship with a nigga who was bisexual, you not fucking with her?
Go to the doctor, bitch. I need to see them papers.
Yeah, I gotta see that work. I gotta see them. I gotta see them stats. You gotta go ahead and pull
Y'all
up
don't
that
say that
them
with none of
stats.
these other bitches who be out here fucking niggas who fucking a million girls.
Are you telling me that I
Different.
know?
Oh, that was different.
You say I know, right? I know that she met. Like if I
So
don't
the
know, I
gays
don't
only
know.
want
If I know,
gay people are the only ones getting AIDS. They the only ones getting shit out here. These regular
those are
bitches
high.
not getting shit.
They got the
And
high numbers.
in my mind,
The gay
I
dudes got
think
the
as
high.
soon as a dude touch another dude, they got AIDS. So I don't even fucking
All
motherfucking
right, we're
fuck.
gonna end the show right there. All right, Mel gets to
I always got
it.
to drop a bomb on their ass.
Listen,
I always got
let
to
me
drop
tell you
a
something.
bomb on them.
Let me tell you something. Before you lose your good government job, we gonna go ahead and cut this shit off. Love y'all. Jones, thank you so much for coming on the show, bro. We gotta
Hey,
bring you
y'all
back if
appreciate
you want
y'all.
to come back. You welcome
Appreciate it, sir.
anytime, bro. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna
We
pull up
love
in
you.
person
Make sure
one
you give
day.
me your social. Not for sure. You welcome to come up anytime. You can come into the studio if you want to. We can do another virtual show for you. It's nothing, man. We love having you. To me, this was one of my favorites. So, and you funny now. So good job. I'm proud of your improvement, man. For real. Been a long
Well,
time
I got to
coming.
be an answer now.
Uh, he was
uh,
already answering. He just wasn't funny before.
No,
Now
I
he's funny
got
and
to be handsome
funny.
because I was already funny and he wasn't funny and now he handsome. So I got so hey,
right. Let's do both. Yeah, like
we got to switch swap.
my
No, you still ugly. Sherrod, go ahead and give me your socials one more time, brother.
uh, I am James Jones on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You know, YouTube.
YouTube.
I am James Jones on all platforms. You see me pop up. You know it's me. Same name everywhere. Appreciate y'all having me on, man. And the sky's the limit, yo. For y'all, keep going.
We received that, brother. We do. Same to you. Blessings for all of us, man. We gonna take it there. That's what we gonna do. Mel, give me your socials.
It's at Yo Melly Baby on Instagram, Melby Jr. on Facebook, and bro, we definitely appreciate you. Can't wait to, you know what I'm saying, see you in person, you know what I'm saying? We can get this show jumping for real. We can get on me ass. But yeah, appreciate you. I mean her back. I mean her back.
Yeah, y'all know me, man. At me was here 5 underscores. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube at You Weren't There Podcast. You can follow us everywhere. Also, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to Genius Jones on YouTube as well. We want to make sure we creating a supportive community. We want to make sure we showing love to everybody. So make sure y'all support him on YouTube too. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week, man.
Appreciate